Hello, my name's Greg. Welcome to the first Trigger draft video where our current record is 100%. Just done one draft, admittedly, but what a draft it was. Without further ado, let's get into the pack. Gilded Lotus is pretty good, but Shivan Fire is probably just better, for want of a better word. Yoggle's really funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny? It's got a silly name. It's not funny at all, and I resent anyone who disagrees. I'm going to say Shivan Fire. Seems better than anything else here. Other considerations are non-existent. Pack 2. Ooh, right. Well, this is where I wonder whether look at that name. Yeah. Fungal plots I've been told is good. I don't quite see it myself. Yeah. Uh, I have a feeling it's not as good as I've been led to believe. Liars. Liars, all of them. So I'm not going to take this, despite it being the somewhat intuitive pick early on. A good green card in Sapphire. I suppose that goes well with Fungal Plot. However, I think I'm just going to take Surveyor. It's a very boring pick, but I'm a very boring man. I like middle class things. I like steak and kidney pie. I actually don't, but I'm going to take the Surveyor anyway. I could take Keldon Raider as a potential card as well, but Surveyor keeps me more open. Pick 3. Don't like Joria's Familiar. I mean, no one asked, but it's always nice to tell. Precognition Field, I didn't pick it last time. I still don't want to pick it. I don't think it's particularly good. Maybe in a completely instant sorcery deck, but even then. Well, no, then it will be good. But I'm not keen on picking it up here. Urza's Tome's an interesting one. I mean, Blink of an Eye is the other card. I suppose I'm Rampaging Cyclops, which is a completely average red card. I want to take Urza's Tome. I've yet to play with it. It seems quite fun. We've got a Skittering Surveyor. We have a historic card. Let's give the Tome. Where are we now? Okay, Call the Cavalry is pretty good. So is Rona, Disciple of Gix. I have yet to play with Rona, Disciple of Gix. I've yet to pronounce the word Rona without affixing the Disciple of Gix suffix. I think I'm going to take it here. My reasoning is I have 2 historic spells out of 3. I really like Journey Mage, but I've played with it a lot. I know what this does. It bounces something. Call of the Cavalry. Yep, I think it's really good, but I have yet to play with Ronan, Disciple of Gix, and Ronan, Disciple of Gix is going to be my picks here. I think that was a pun, but wasn't that? I've been playing Bloodborne all morning. Anyone, what have you been playing all morning? Well, Bloodborne is the answer. And yeah, sufficiently annoyed as to not be playing it anymore before I kill someone or something. Why don't they die? On that note, fiery intervention excuse me, intervention does make things die. Fungal infection is perhaps more on colour with the Rona. Well, not perhaps, is more on colour, it being black, and Rona also having black, so Rona's Disciple of Gix having a black element in its card. So it's this or this. I don't really want to take Arcane Flight despite it obviously being good. I don't know why. I mean, it is a good card. I just think I'd rather play some sort of slower control deck to start with. Just 'cause I find that more interesting. Let's take Fire Intervention. We have a Shivan Fire. Okay. Ooh, Surveyor. Right, let's take a second Surveyor. That's good, that's good, that's good. That means Rona's becoming quite easy to play in a non-blue-black deck. Sorry, Rona, Disciple of Gix, has been relegated to Rona. Skittering Surveyor, lovely. Memorial to War, a bad memorial. Other considerations are, well, I mean, I'm not considering anything else, but for the sake of the video, Keldon Raider, I suppose. Second Urza's Tome. I'm liking the way this is going. I'm liking this a lot. Alternatively, you can. Oh, it's not blink. It's just return to your hand. Well, I'm not going to do that. Let's take a second Urza's Tome and see how this works out for us. Maybe you cast a historic spell, Scry 1. Yeah, but it's also a 1-mana 1/1, so swings and Runa Boots. I think I'm going to take the Chronicler. This looks like a slow deck so far. I've really been impressed with Chronicler. So for that reason, And on the subject of slow decks, this is a bad draw spell, but it is still a draw spell. My point being, I'm still going to do some stuff. Rona, works well with. I think it's better than Arcanist, I'm not considering. I think it's better than Fire Elemental as just an average big-ish finish here. I'm going to take Weight of Memory. Second attempt at precognition field. Well, I suppose a third, technically. Doesn't really work with much, does it? Well, two things. Is it better than Unwind? Probably. If I get a second one, which I do, then there's a chance I start running them. Having said that, and having completely decried Juria's Familiar as unplayable, terrible, worst card ever, I'm going to take it here because I do have 4 historic spells. And seeing as they're all colourless, that does have a nice little effect. And it's a colour spell for Urza's Tome. So it's good that I'm a man who believed in his convictions. Medallion Arcanist, sure, I'm probably not going to play it. Memorial to War, likewise, I'll probably put the Arcanist in for now. Right, so we're looking like this. Decent start, some sort of historic-y, slowish build. I must admit my knowledge of the archetypes are, at this stage of the format, somewhat limited. I know that blue-red is obviously meant to be wizards, and I presume blue-black's meant to be historic based on Rona's strength, but we shall see. So, Fight with Fire is excellent, Deep Freeze is excellent, Fisher's Offering is excellent, Shivan Fire is excellent. Narrow it down a bit further. We're probably going to be red at this stage. Our red cards are our best cards that are our best coloured cards. I would imagine it has to be Fight with Fire or Shivan Fire, and from there I imagine it has to be Fight with Fire. I mean, Shivan Fire is excellent, but Fight with Fire is just that upside of 10 damage of like a uber rolling thunder is not to be sniffed at. I don't think it's that close, so I'm going to take Fight with Fire. Garner the Blood Flame. Without looking at most of the other pack, most of the rest of the pack, and now I have, it doesn't change anything. This looks excellent. Turn to your hand, all creature cards in your graveyard that will put there from anywhere this turn. I suppose hoping to loot with Urza and then garner it up is somewhat wishful thinking. But with 2 surveyors and with sort of a Grixis build, I think Garner's going to fit in very nicely. She's a warrior. Burner is an artificer. Okay, so wizards are off the table, boys. Even though we have 2 here. At this stage, I'm not really keen on playing the Arcanist. Despite decrying Juria's Familiar without being asked, I am keen on playing this. So Divination's probably where I'm going to go here. That being said, this is an excellent finisher. Another Juria's Familiar. I don't like that card. I don't like it one bit. I think that's right. I mean, it's the definitive average limited rare, right? There's nothing special about it. But in a black-red deck like this, surely it's got to be good. Basically, if they can't kill it, you win. Surely it's got to be the pick. Is there any chance it wheels? No. Rip Divination. Right, at this stage, I think we can narrow down where we're going a little bit more. It looks to be black, red, splashing blue for Rona. That being said, we do have a second Weight of Memory here. But the first Weight of Memory wheeled. There's no reason to think the second one will be snapped up any quicker. So I could take Dark Bargain and assume the black-red is the more likely place for me. It works well with Rona as well, and with Garner, I guess. If you've got infinite mana. The alternative is, yes, it's Weight of Memory, Dark Bargain, or Thallid, I guess. I mean, Explorer works well as well. Glider, yeah, sure, it's got the historic theme. It doesn't really fit in with the ethos of the deck. I'm going to take Dark Bargain, I think. Well, I mean, I know I am. I've just taken it. Drudge Sentinel is... I suppose I could take Glider, and the upside is discarding it to Tome. cheaper with this, can we XL with this? Yeah, I think there's enough going on about historic cards to make this hard. We do have to do Chronicler. I think I'm still going to take Voltaic Servant. Never, never really what you want to put in your deck. Does untap this and these, I guess. I could just want a Feral Abomination as a big finisher. Like, not a good finisher, but a finisher nonetheless. Not really keen on Arcane Flight again, especially if we go more black-red. I don't know why I'm not keen on it. It's probably very good. I just don't like those kind of cards. They're never enjoyable to play. I agree with what LSV said in the limited resources set reviews. I kind of wish this card wasn't in the set. It's just games I don't really want to play. I think I'll take the Abomination. No, I'll take the Servant. I'm sure we can get another Abomination. Last minute change of mind. Your Soul Salvage is quite good in a deck with lots of looting and whatnot. Sparring Construct. Yeah, I'm not that keen on a artifact. Third Urza's Tomb is too many. Just take the 5-drop that puts things in our graveyard. And the Urza's Tomes are looking quite good, but they're looking good because of cards like Windgrace Acolyte, as opposed to just on their own strength. Oh, I do like the Killigo Skin Witch. I really like this card. Better than anything else. Ooh, Woodland Cemetery is going to be worth a bit. Money, 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 money. Cabal Paladin. When you cast historic spells, there's 2 damage to each opponent. We do have a lot of historic spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I really didn't realize just how many we had. Right. Cabal Paladin. Get in there. Probably going to play it as well. How desperate are we for historic spells? Answer is not that desperate. No, not going to play the other cards. I think this deck's looking really good so far. What does it need? It needs a few. Well, I mean, removal's actually not bad with a Shivan Fire, Fight with Fire, Fire Intervention. Decent card draw, Soul Salvage, Bargain. Just some more cheap early creatures wouldn't go amiss. Although the red ones are quite aggressive, which is not where we want to be. I just want 6 more Shivan Fires to make this deck seem better. My first attempt at this format was Mono Knight of New Dominaria deck, which was a terrible deck, which 3-0'd. But I learned that they're not very good despite that. Ooh. So Torgar is not as good as Embolus's Clutches, in my opinion. That being said, we are splashing blue. We have 2 Surveyors, but it is still a splash. It is a very large ask to reliably be casting Embolus's Clutches, which is a huge shame, as it's fantastic. I think Torgar is just better for us. I mean, we also have the Surveyors, which can be eaten by it. Things that can be eaten by it can be recurred or can be tomed away. Does a lot for our deck. It just hurts passing in Bolus's Clutches, it really does. But I think it's the right move here. Let's take Torgar and regret it. So Squeeze, got the nice little legendary text and it recurs, works well with Torgar. Yes, it works well with other things. Oh, works really well with Urza's Tome. I mean, Fire with Fire is the obvious pick and definitely the right pick. Let's get that out there straight away. I'm in no way denying that. Do we want to take Squee? So, basically turns this into 3-mana draw a card. No, no, it doesn't. It turns this into 3-mana exile Squee, play Squee for 3 mana, wait for Squee to die, then do it again. Okay, right. With that in mind, with the fact that I was spouting nonsense, let's just take the better card in Fight with Fire. So you got there eventually. It's hard to pass Juggernaut, it really is. especially in a historic deck. I was going to say we're being quite controlling, but we just seem to have a lot of 1/3s. I mean, well, we are quite controlling actually. That being said, Juggernaut is just really good. Still think it's, I still think it's the pick. I'm going to take Juggernaut here. Khan's Temporal Sundering. Probably quite good, but I see On Sarah's Wings, a card I've managed to misplay multiple times so far, which is quite impressive as there's not really multiple ways to misplay it. But I found a way. I think I want it over the Temporal Sundering. Again, the double coloured element. The Sundering is really quite difficult to stomach in a black-red deck splashing blue. I realise that splashing white is not something we're currently doing, but we're not taking a red or a black card. It's either this or Zalfrin Void. I think I'm going to take the On Sarah's Wings. It's just so powerful if you can get it off. I don't necessarily think we're going to play it. Oh, fuck off. Bonus clutches. Christ on a bicyclette. What I'm trying to work out is, do we need Blood Tallow Candle for our deck? Not really. Helps. Does something with this. Obviously with this. I think we're just going to take in Bolus' clutches and hope to pick up another source of fixing. But we do see a Cabal Paladin. Also, Clifftop Retreat helps me play the On Sarah's Wings. Huh. Yeah, let's go for that. I mean, we'll segue if we see another Skittering Surveyor. But I do really want to play the On Sarah's Wings. Oh, second Rona? Game! Yeah, second Rona's great. Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Return all legendary permanent cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, whilst we have a lot of them, it's still pretty shit. I guess it's a potential sideboard card. We're not really wanting to play the Thallid. The Thallid does work well with Torgal. Anything else? No, not really. Sure, let's take this as a sideboard card for the crazy long game. No, let's not actually. Let's just take Deathball the Thallid and invariably play it. Glider and everything else is coming full circle now. Probably should have taken Radiating Lightning there actually. Nice little sideboard card to have. Right, well the deck looks pretty good. Don't think we're going to play Chroniclers. We don't have. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. We're definitely playing Chronicle. I don't think we're playing Servant. We just don't need that, right? One more cut. I am playing on Sarah's Wings at this point. I think the cut might be Thallid, but I might be being. I could be Death. Could just be Dark Bargain. Actually, we have 2 Ronuses to get excellent card advantage. We have Urza's Tomb. Yeah, it's probably just bargain. I want to try out the Paladin. I think this might be the deck for it. Well, I mean, it is the deck for it. I just want to see if in the right deck for it, it's good. One hopes. We want to place 18 lands. I mean, we can play these as 10 drops. Is it 10 or is it 9? It's 9 drops. These are mana sinks. This is the mana sink. Yeah, we want to play 18 lands. So one more cut. I kind of want to play the Tome. I just want one. I want to guarantee having one in play. It's a shame we're not going to run the clutches, but I really am not going to run a double coloured card that's off colour. I'd rather have the double splash. I think the Skittering Surveyor makes that far easier. So one more cut. For the Thallid or the Glider look like the most likely sources. Soul Salvage I like a lot. That being said, it works well with this. That's about because it works well with Torgar. Things do just have a habit of dying. I guess we can cut this. We do have 2 tomes. Rona's for advantage. This is card advantage as well if we can play it as a 9. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. Let's get the lands out here. So I think we want more black than red. And a couple of blue sources as well and 1 white. Okay, 1 white, couple of blue, more black than red. Seems about right. I don't think we need 9 black sources. I don't think we're going to be struggling. We only want the big drops. We could have another blue so we can play the Surveyor. I can see that. So we have a chance of just ripping Tron and playing Rona. Okay, I like this deck. I think this got there. Incoming 0-3. You know what I mean? I'll see you for the matches.